Yo, what is up, boys? It is Keith Stone coming at you guys with another free pick video. In today's video, we're going to talk. I got a couple plays for you guys about some Sunday night football and some Monday night football this week. Actually, some decent games. I wish the Niners on Monday night were in a better position to do something, but they've been officially eliminated from the playoffs. But it's a very important game for Detroit. So we'll see what happens. That Green Bay game this afternoon is going to be awesome as well against the Vikings. And then on Sunday Night Football, we have Falcons at the Commanders. Going to be an interesting game. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit sub. Guys, I gave out some great picks this week for free. I hit a lot of plays for you guys, but I also gave out some really bad ones. Specifically, I mean, I guess you could say Sanders was my fault, but the last play I gave you guys on Boom, Cam Ward, I'm not taking responsibility for that. That dude just straight up quit on his teammates. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. He's taking a lot of flack on Twitter right now for his decision. He basically stayed in just to get his FBS touchdown record and then just booked it. I'm like, okay. It was like a shootout. It was 28-28, and he just didn't even play in the second half. Just unbelievable, man. If I was an NFL GM, I would not draft a kid like that. That's just me. It's like if you were so worried about getting hurt, you shouldn't have played in the first half. You should have opted out like Jaden Daniels did last year, like freaking Caleb Williams did last year. It's okay not to play in the bowl game, bro. The Pop Tart bowl game. So anyways, enough venting. We did hit a lot of these plays I gave you guys on Vivid Picks this week. Those have cashed, or they're waiting on like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase hit. I told you guys I love Nakua. Gave that out for free. That cashed. I'll have a full recap. We are absolutely cooking on the books, on Dabble, and on Sleeper, and everything's gonna kind of uh, commence, I guess you could say, on Wednesday on these bowl games. So I kind of gotta wait till then, and I'm gonna do a full recap of basically the week and kind of show you guys a bunch of plays. If you're new to the channel too, you definitely should go sign up for this free plan on Winnable. Send out a lot of extra free plays right here, guys. I sent out these better plays that I'm about to give you right now for tonight's game like over probably 2 hours ago. I've been busy setting a bunch of plays for the VIPs, kind of watching the games. So, there's a lot of advantages to getting on this free plan. So, and then also I'll have some type of deal, not in this video, but I'll have some type of deal for you guys this week for New Year's to get in on this for cheap. It's going to be a great week, man, especially like I have a lot of player props set, and the NFL is looking okay today so far. But we cooked on Dabble yesterday. We got a lot of things open for college football, and then specifically the sports books. I've been really getting back into that. This is going to be a bargain this week to get on. So stay tuned for that. So like I said, we got two games. I'm gonna start with the Vivid play for you guys because I'll work my way back because I'm gonna do Sunday night and Monday night football in this video. So this will be the Monday night play first. And if you're trying to hurry and get the Sunday night play in, I guess you know what, we could just start with Sunday night. And if you're just here for the Monday night pick, then just fast forward ahead until you see the screen change a little bit. So we do have some thunderstorms tonight potentially, and this is the more concerning thing. 15 miles per hour going to be short passes. So Better has some decent discounts. Actually, let's see. Let's close that. Okay, so we have a Jaden Daniels discount and a Michael Penix discount. And they're both for completions. So with the wind and the weather, makes you a little nervous, but could actually help that a little bit. These completion ones are actually been my favorite bet. I feel like the completions usually are pretty damn sharp lines. So when we get a discount on them, I feel like they've been cashing a lot for us on Better. So I prepared two different looks for us. They let you get $10 down on this. You can do the Penix one, and then I like Jane Daniels because of that weather to rush. I believe he's hit this in 3 of his last 4 games, so feels like a low number. Falcons do have they historically under this defensive coordinator struggled with running quarterbacks. They play a decent amount of man coverage, so they have the DBs and safeties will have their backs turned a lot to the quarterback. So I feel like he should have some opportunities to run. They don't have the greatest pass rush, but they have been better lately. So hopefully Jaden can get us 49 yards, and then we're just taking the Penix discount. I think this has a pretty good chance. This is a pretty low number. He's got a good receiving core. He could check it down to Bijan. Maybe if Kyle Pitts could actually like be good at football, Maybe that would help this number too. Who knows? You know how his guys always got to throw in a little shit talking. So that's going to be free pick number one, Penix discount and Jaden Daniels rushing. And then on the second one, I do like Bijan to get a touchdown here. He had 2 last week. I believe he scored 3 out of 4 total games. Algiers only taken, I think, maybe 2 or 3 all season. So it's not like he's a super vulture or anything. I think the fact that we're getting the receiving option too, Penix, it's not Kirk Cousins. We saw them in a blowout win. We haven't seen them in a competitive game yet where he's probably going to have to throw more. I like the fact that we're getting both and not just the rush here. So I think this is a good bet. And then Jane Daniels to get a couple more completions. He's cruised right over this. He usually ends up in that 19 to like 23 range. So I feel pretty good about both these plays. Hopefully we can win them both. If we win one and lose one, we're still profiting slightly, boys. Great way to build the bankroll. If you're not on Better, sign up with code Keith and get your 200 free match. And they also have a Penix free pick. I'll put that up on the screen. So take advantage of promos that these apps give. Take advantage of all the free money that they're giving you. There's no faster way to increase your bankroll, boys, than to simply sign up with new apps. Why spend your money on Prizepicks when you could be using free money? Take it out, put it in on the other apps, and play with their money first. It's kind of a no-brainer. So let's move on. Where were we at? So I do have a DFS play. I'm going to give you guys 2. And then I had the Vivid Picks play. So there's a lot of different angles here. And I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. I think it's always good to have correlation, like in any game. You just never know how these games will go. You just really don't. But what I can tell you I'm very confident in is that this has a really good chance up here. And then what we're hoping for is that it's just a competitive game. Maybe the Niners actually play with the lead, force Goff to play from behind. He's been cruising right past this. The weather looks good. As you can see, it's going to be about 50 degrees, no wind down here. So not too worried about that. Now, I do think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a big game. I really do. But his lines are really, really up there, man. Like, I mean, I don't know if they fall behind. I feel like the rushing one specifically too. Like the Niners, they're only like 3-point underdogs. I mean the Lions are clearly the better team this year, but you could see a world where Gibbs might get game scripted out in the second half or something. You just never know. The Niners do have a lot of pride. This is a team that's been to the NFC Championship, 4 to the last 5 years, something like that, or 3 out of the last 4 maybe, or maybe it's 3 out of the last 5. I can't remember. I think this is worth a look. And when you guys got to remember with these correlated plays, these are still long shots kind of, but I mean, there's a reason they pay you 8 extra money, right? But if you're going to set a play that pays 8x, you better and might as well make it correlated. Like these things go together. And you can do the yards too on Vivid. It pays the exact same if you wanted to go that route. However, I just kind of like the receptions here. Both these quarterbacks do spread it out quite a bit. I just feel like they're going to rack up some catches. I really like Purdy and Kittle to hit this because the Lions are a complete pass funnel. It's hard to run against the Lions. I don't even think they're going to try. They're down to like their 3rd and 4th string running backs. So, and then we're just hoping the game kind of has a little back and forth flow to it. This guy had a big game in the NFC Championship against the Niners last year. I do not mind his combo yards or receiving yards either. I'll show you guys on Prizepicks. Go ahead and take a photo of that, but it pays the exact same on Prizepicks as it does on Vivid. So you're getting 8x for this. Now you say, well, why do I even need to go sign up? Well, it's like I said, boys, they're literally giving you $250 if you give them $250, meaning you have $500 to play with. If you just stay over here, you only have $250 to play with. Okay. And then on top of that, this first bet right here, you can put 25 bucks down on this. And on Vivid, so 25 pays 200, and that's what it'll pay on Vivid. But on Vivid, if that bet loses, you get that money back on your first wager. So there's a lot of incentive to go sign up with Vivid and play this play there. You can see Kittle has hit the receptions in 3 of 5. He was close here. And if you look at his yards, though, we'll go look at that in a sec. Williams has hit this in 4 out of 5, and he was 1 short. So I really like him to stay in that range right here. And then Purdy's kind of hit or miss, but we'll just kind of throw out this these two games and focus on these three, the recent ones. This Rams game was just an anomaly. Like both quarterbacks were just egregious. I don't think I've ever seen the defenses show up like they did in that game. It was just painful to watch. There was some rain in that game and stuff, if you remember. So, but yeah, I mean, I think Purdy's going to eat. I do think that's a good chance. And then Goff's gone over in three straight, 4 out of 5. He was close. He's cooking too. So, I think it's a good bet. And then if you look at the yards, it's very similar. Like you need 52.5. So he's done same thing. He's done this less. He did 4 out of 5. I think he hit right here on receptions, even though he only had 37 yards. See what I'm saying? So I think that's a good bet. And then if you look at Kittle, it's the same thing. He's got a big number, 68.5. Now he's crushed it, like 151, 106, 61, but 61 didn't beat this. So, I don't know. I just like the receptions. That's what I'm playing, guys. Sign up to Vivid Picks. Get your free $250 welcome bonus and get your first bet. You can put it on this if you want. Chance to win $200 risk free. That's what a no sweat bet is, boys. You just can't beat stuff like that anyways. So, all right, boys, that's all I got for you on the DFS side. I do have a little slip that I kind of like here for the sports books if you're into ATS. I do think the Lions win this game. I like them on the money line here. I'm not going to mess with the spread because I could see the Niners competing. They could come down to a field goal. And then the Commanders, I think they'll win too. You could just take them on the money line. But I think the slightly safer play here is if they do lose this game, I think it'll be by a field goal. I just don't see Atlanta going into Washington. This is an important game for both teams too. So there's a lot going on with this game. I think it is more important for Atlanta, but I just don't see Penix in his first game going in there and like blowing out the Commanders. If they lose this game, I think it'll be by a field goal like right at the end. So this is almost an even money play. I do like this. I'll probably throw like a half a unit on that. So, all right, boys, let's win some slips tonight. Like I said, full recap coming, and I am going to go all in on the content after the new year, guys. All in. You're going to see more free pick videos from me than you ever have before. I'm excited about it. I just kind of waiting for hunting season to end, and it's hard for me to go all in right now. My mind's not in it because I'm trying to stock my freezer with a bunch of jerky and stuff. So, got to get out there and get some deers. All right, peace.